Hello, I'm Jason Russell from Critical Dice, and welcome to the Fable 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and of course, chaos. You're watching the Duke City Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game, and you can watch us right here on our YouTube channel, Fable 42, every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And we are continuing episode 5, The Order. And I'd love for you guys to help us out here on the channel by hitting like, subscribe, and then ring that bell. Let's get right into our episode tonight with a little bit of player and character intros. Let's have Miss Bridget. Why don't you go ahead and start us off?
All right. Hi, I'm Bridget. You can find me on Instagram at string_theories_ fun spooky embroideries. You can also find me on Fable 42 in the Fabled Femmes and Wizards of Ukador, and here where I play Suki Buchanan. She is a 70-year-old art professor at the University of New Mexico, and she also talks to ghosts for a living. So yeah.
For a living, I love it.
Oh, and her playbook is the spooky. I'm a spooky grandma.
TM. GW, why don't you unmute and introduce yourself?
Gladly. Hey everyone, I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005. That's 2 B's and 2 zeros. Also find me on Clarion Dawn, which is a sci-fi audio drama. You can find that on ClarionDawn.com or any of your favorite podcast platforms. Tonight, I am playing Quavon Whispers, aka Q. He is the divine playbook. He's basically, as I've been saying, your angsty angel boy.
I couldn't have said better myself. Katia, Diane.
Hey everyone, my name's Diane. You can find me on the internet at the Pretty DM. You can find me here on Fabled 42, streaming on Twitch every Monday with my homebrew world, Legends of Shao-Gal. I play on other various game nights, Realms of Ukador, Wizards, Forge of Fate. I am the DM for Fabled Femmes as well. And tonight I am playing Katia Rose. I am the monstrous playbook, half vampire, half human with a soul. And I'm a terrible date. Making my dates to sit there for me while I slay some monsters. You know, just a normal date.
So 50% vampire, 50% human, 100% terrible date.
Yes. Hey, he asked for a second one, so
he did. Yeah, not being able to remember most of the date really helped.
Yeah.
So, Chris, why don't you go last?
Hi, I'm Chris Solo. You can find me in all social media as the DM Chris Solo, founder of Fable 42. I'll be playing Riley Reed. I am the expert in this group. Don't care what anyone else says, but I am the expert. That's what it says on my paper. I like long walks in my shop, candlelight underneath the hood of the truck, and using my telephone.
Oh my gosh.
Well, but I'm really excited to get going today. Oh, hang on. Let me text you real quick.
I love you so much right now. Wow. And trying desperately to follow that, I am Jason Russell. You can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram and for some reason TikTok. You can also find me on my podcast, The Compend DM, with my friend Casey, where we explain the rules of D&D. But tonight we are playing Monster of the Week and here on the Duke City Chronicles. So let's go ahead and jump in with our intro.
It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side, our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles.
So to recap quickly from last episode, you guys encountered two things of note: that there are ghouls rampaging around, killed a homeless man, and you also discovered that there is another hunting team here in Albuquerque, the Obsidian Order. You were introduced to their three members with the ghoul fight. Zach, the team leader, Kyle, the sorcerer of the team, and Sophia, their stealth and reconnaissance expert, and then got into their magically TARDIS-sized, yeah, let's go with that, TARDIS-like Humvee, that is their mobile HQ, and met their guy in the chair, Chet, who somehow out-Riley'd Riley. Well, no, actually, achieve peak Riley with Riley, I think, and took you back to their normal base, one of the unused buildings in the old rail yards, and let you know that there is in fact a ghoul gate open here in Albuquerque, and they're asking your help to close it. And that's where we left off last time, and so we'll pick up right there with Chet's presentation. The keyword is ghoul. And the problem is, there's a ghoul gate open here in Albuquerque. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with ghoul gates and how they work. Just, normal ghoul gate and the problems that come with.
We're familiar.
We're okay, cool. I have some slides and I really kind of want to show them. So I'll do that. So ghoul gates. Ghoul gates are opened when lots of.
Let the man finish.
Why do you need our help?
Well,
it sounded like your team was doing fine on their own, but you're asking us for help?
Zach pipes up and says, well, listen, ghoul gates are tricky. They only show up under certain conditions and can only be destroyed under certain conditions, and the two conditions are contrary. Chet, why don't you show them what you rigged up? Yeah, happy to. So ghoul gates only open at sundown. The ghouls hate the light. They're only active during the night, and the ghoul gate opens at night, right? So the sun goes down, gate opens, all the ghouls can come out. They use tunnels and shadows to kind of move around. But the problem is that it's actually relatively easy to destroy a ghoul gate because all it needs is bright, direct sunlight. And then to be destroyed like anything else. The problem is they're only visible and existing, I guess, during the night. So you see how those two things don't really go well together. So what I've rigged up, and he kind of gestures to a space behind you where there's a couple of big light poles and some car batteries and things. And he says, okay, so I've rigged up these UV lights, and they are what's going to pop on when we place them at the ghoul gate when we find it, and that will weaken it, and so that we can destroy it. So we need to be able to, one, defend ourselves, and then two, position the lights in just the right spot to get maximum brightness, and then you guys can destroy the gate. And well, it was going to be tricky already, but if we get more hands, it'll be a lot easier. Exactly. That's kind of what we're dealing with this. So we'd love to have your guys' help to destroy some monsters. What do you guys say?
Go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, well, many hands make light work. So I think that's great. I mean, seeing what those critters did to that homeless fella, the sweet thing, I don't remember his name, but I've seen him around, and they tore him apart. So I'm willing to help. Everybody else?
And Sophia's like, yeah, ghouls are pretty nasty, viciously strong, and they can jump pretty far. But usually it's a little easier, but with an active gate in town, that's going to be the problem. So, yeah.
As Q's eyes go from Chet to Zach to Sophia, he wants to know what's being concealed here. He feels like everyone's lying.
Okay. So that's going to be a question off of the move, read a bad situation. Is that what you're trying to do? Yes. Actually, that's from Investigate a Mystery. Yeah, go ahead and roll plus chart.
All right, so my sharp is plus... 0, right. Here we go. Wow. I rolled double ones. 2.
Oh,
Great. Well,
guys.
mark experience.
oh no.
Congratulations. Yeah, this information seems right. I don't think you've ever fought ghouls before, since most of your monster hunting has been confined here to Albuquerque, Cuevon, but they seem to have a plan. They've been preparing it for a little while, it looks like, based on the equipment, and they seem pretty confident they can do it, especially if they have your help.
He nods.
And then chat's like, okay, and also I made some cool kind of extra things that can kind of help. I didn't expect you guys, so we only have 3 of them, but and he kind of rummages at a table and picks it up, and there's this like attachment that can go on a firearm, right? And it's a modified like maglite attachment, and I've put a UV bulb in here, and actually you can use these to weaken and to stun the ghouls if they're attacking while you're trying to set up all the lights and things. And so it seems like maybe we should have like some people doing one thing, some people doing the other. And Zach says, yeah, that's kind of the idea. We can have one team, couple of folks who are going to be running interference as the ghouls come out of the gate, and the rest of us will be setting up the lights. But we need to do this at the beginning of the night when the gate is most obvious. So this would be something we'd be doing tomorrow night. We don't want to really wait any longer, and we more or less know where it's going to be.
Well, that's well planned out, Chet. I like your style. I like your presentation and everything. I feel clear and reassured. And her party line is still open, right?
Yes, but Katia is not part of it because she got cut off when you guys went into the extra-dimensional space. If you'd like, you can try to reestablish.
Oh, that's right. She's not here.
Yeah, I'll try to reestablish. I'll see if I can bring Katia in on this.
I think Katia is here because weren't you flying over here? Okay.
I was flying,
She was
but
on
I
the
had
way.
not arrived yet.
Right. So you did get a drop on your phone of where to go, but you're on your way. Okay.
Okay. So should I wait until she's here, or?
No, it's a familiar mind to you, and you're basically, I'll give you a +1 to this circumstance bonus since you're just trying to add someone and not reestablish a brand new call.
Oh. And what was the thing we said? If I
plus
roll,
weird. Yeah, if you get a full
10
success,
and over.
yeah, this becomes old hat to you.
Great, amazing. Babies. It's a 4.
Total?
Yeah.
Even with the +1 doesn't matter. Okay, great. Roll experience. Yeah, you're not exactly sure where Katia is.
Oh wait, no, sorry, a 5.
5
I also
total.
rolled
Great. I'm going to say as you do that, you try to reach out. You try to reach out too much. It's like stretching a rubber band too much, and it pops the call and drops it for everyone.
Dang it. Ugh.
They kind of look.
Sorry, it's sudden sinus headache. It gets me every spring. I swear. It's just, I moved down to the desert to get away from the allergies, and then it turns out I'm allergic to everything else down here. Keep talking. Don't mind me.
Chet goes, Mr. Buchanan, I have some stuff here. Let me, I'll be at my desk. I'll be right back. I've got like the Clarion, and I've got Claritin. One's a dead body, one's allergy medicine. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. And he goes over to his desk to rummage through the drawers to find some allergy medicine for you.
Oh, that's just so sweet of you, Chet. Thank you so much. I'm just continuing to be like.
Yeah. And so Zach pulls out the big, great sword made of obsidian and sets it down on a table and puts it back into a normal sheath and says, "So, what do you guys think? Willing to help us out, or does this need to be some kind of stupid turf war between hunting teams?"
Keeper, did they tell us where they think the gate was? I know that they said that they have a rough idea of where it is, but did they tell us?
They have not yet said, no. But Suki might know, actually.
I was gonna say, I was like, does it have something to do with my weird ABQ?
Yeah. No, actually, you've already had that vision for this mystery. And if you recall, that vision set was taking place out on the Petroglyphs, you saw a card of the moon from the tarot deck, and then something large, white, with teeth and burning eyes jump out at you from a cave. And now with all this new information, it seems pretty logical that what you saw was indeed a ghoul jumping from possibly a ghoul gate.
All right. Well, I might have an idea of where it's at. Did you ask that out loud, or you just asked that to the keeper? Sorry.
He just sets out to me. So, but
Oh.
no, but Obsidian Order has not said where they think it might be.
Do we want to wait until Kat gets here before we say yay or nay?
Sure. I mean, is it? She might be close.
Yeah, I think she would be arriving right about now. There's no reason to make that delay any
Delay it.
further. Yeah. Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
not gonna attack her again while she's by herself. We already did that.
No problem.
Hello?
In here, Kat. In here.
Oh, hi. Hey, guys.
Riley,
Oh,
it sounds fine to me. How's it sound to you?
I mean, I was in before you even got here.
Yeah, it sounds fine to me. I'd be willing to.
So, Kat, to catch you up, we're gonna help this team fight some ghouls. They think they know where a ghoul gate is, and it sounds like they have a pretty good plan. You in?
Yeah, sure. I've already taken heads off of ghouls. I can do some more.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have.
Mm-hmm. Chet comes back and hands you like 3 bottles of different kinds of allergy medicines. Like, this is all I could find right now. But just whichever one works for you the best.
Thank you, honey. I'm gonna
You're
take
such
it,
a
Claritin.
nice fellow.
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. He finds his remote and clicks the next thing, and it shows a big map of the Petroglyphs. Now, the Petroglyphs are on the west side of town. These are ancient lava bluffs where lava rock has cooled and from centuries past from the dormant or extinct volcanoes that are here. I'm sure the difference isn't important. And there he says, okay, so these are the lava bluffs, the Petroglyphs, and there's over 25,000 different ancient glyphs on these. And
But we're just looking for one.
right, so some of them are just were like important to individuals or important to like the different Pueblo tribes that have lived here for millennia, and they some of them though are actually infused with magic. And I kind of figured out is that there's at least one, maybe a collection of them that I've like clicked on for some reason and has allowed the ghoul gate to open. Usually ghoul gates are going to be opening up in like cemeteries and things like that, but here it's in one of the caves here in the basalt, but the problem is that it's massive. Like, it's really big, and you can see on the map it covers up hundreds of acres of this, and it's really close to populated environments, so we have to be careful. But I've been able to narrow it down, and he kind of zooms in with the clicker to this westernmost section near the intersection of Paradise and Golf Course, and there is a much smaller area to check. So if we can get there early before the sun goes down and kind of look around, I feel certain that we could probably figure out where the gate is when it opens at dusk. So that's kind of the plan for right now. And if we even maybe Kyle, maybe you could kind of like detect for like magic or something. Like, that's what they would call like in a game.
Well,
But,
I
like,
think I can help you with that.
okay.
I don't know if I mentioned in the car, but every now and again I get a premonition, and I had one. It sort of looked like almost like a stone table. Also, does the tarot card the moon mean anything to anybody? That was there. And then I saw a specific cave with I assumed was a werewolf, but I suppose it's actually a ghoul. So I bet I could find it. I bet I could find it real easy.
Well, I mean, yeah, that would really narrow things down. Give me a second. He goes to the computer, is typing, and Zach goes, "Huh? So what? You see like the future?"
every now and again, it's well, sometimes it's the future, sometimes it's the past, sometimes it's currently happening. It's I don't know if y'all have heard of Instagram. It's I have this one. There's this new Instagram on one of my like.
She said it
list.
right. I'm so proud.
Yeah, yeah, Instagrams. Oh, yeah, just the Instagrams. I'm only talking about 1 gram right now. I'm only talking about my gram.
Never mind.
But it's called a weird ABQ, and for some reason, I like that one. Just kind of sets them off real easy. The last couple monsters that we hunted it's actually been incredibly helpful. I really wish I could figure out who actually is weird ABQ, because I'd give him a big old hug. Let me tell you what.
Chet looks stunned, and you hear Sophia say, "Dang it, Chet! Have you been posting like monster stuff to the public?" No, just like more like live journal kind of stuff. Like just like here's my thoughts, and like I mean, I didn't think anyone could like connect the dots like I was. Yeah, Miss Buchanan, that might be my fault. That you're having psychic events.
Well,
Just
shit.
Not a sentence I thought I would say today.
Well, I don't think it's any fault of yours. I think if anything, it's a lovely thing that you've done. I didn't know that I was able to do that until you started posting Instagrams. So, you know, I'm grateful to you, baby. It's so nice to meet you, weird ABQ. I love that.
Nice to meet you too. The power of social media, I guess.
It really is. It flabbergasts me daily.
Oh yeah, that's a good word for it. So that's a new piece of information. You said it was the moon card. I found some information online. So it can represent like hidden enemies, danger, darkness, deception, and occult forces. So like, I mean, that kind of sounds like what we're dealing with. Like, is like tarot like important to you? Have you seen tarot cards in your visions before? I mean, not really skilled to like interpret dreams and premonitions or anything, but I can take a stab at it.
Well, yeah, I mean, tarot's obviously important to me, and that she points to her tattoo of the Hanged Man. But like, but this is the first time I ever seen one like appear so clearly in my visions. Most of the time, it was like somebody getting attacked or something like that. But yeah. But in this one, I was getting attacked, so I'm hoping that it's not a premonition of the future. I'm hoping that I was just some sort of lizard or something in that premonition. I don't know.
Yeah. So one time I had a dream that I was like a carrot cake, and I was at this party. And Chet, let's refocus again. All right. So, do you think if you got there, you could kind of figure out, like, if you saw the place again, that you think you would be able to figure out where it was?
Most definitely.
How,
never forget anything.
How accurate are these premonitions of yours? I mean, can you control it? Have they ever led you astray?
Well, I can control it. I mean, it ain't really led me astray yet. I mean, I definitely wrongly interpreted things before, but yeah, no. I mean, it ain't never been a lie yet.
All right, good to know. All right, here's what I'm proposing. That we split up into 2 teams. One is searching for the gate and setting up the lights. The other is running interference. I'm going to recommend that we mix it up. I know that we're still building some trust here. We all know each other. So I'm recommending that we put one team with some of the Obsidian Order and some of that same team with the, what was it, Riley's Renegade, like whatever you guys are.
Correct.
No, that's not.
We are not Riley's Renegades now.
We're not.
That is correct.
All right.
There is no name right now.
With the other team. So I'm going to suggest me for running interference, and Quavon, was it right?
Quavon never gave his name. Quavon only said Q.
Okay, then then he'll do that. Then I'm not trying to pull one on you. Q then. I saw you can like summon weapons and stuff. You pretty good in a fight?
Yes.
All right.
Quavon's all right.
I think you and I should at least be on the strike force. And then it sounds like Miss Suki here should be on recon. Sophia here is our recon and stealth specialist. That seems that should be another team. That leaves. What was your name again, ma'am?
Katia.
Yeah.
Remember, I took the head off the ghoul right next to you?
Yeah, that was good work. I mean, I could see you on either team, and Riley here, Chet's best friend, and then we got Kyle as well. How else you guys want to divvy this up? I'll let you make the choice.
Well,
I
you got
honestly don't
you
know.
got some
I don't
folk
know
that
the
being.
full.
Go ahead.
I don't know the plan, so someone else should make the decision. I just got here.
Fair. Riley?
Well, y'all gonna be. Some people need to get close, right? So that they're gonna get close to the hole and do all the things. I'm kind of a support person. You know, I can hit things from afar, and I got some ranged weapons that I can just start taking pop shots at them. But I'm happy to do whatever y'all need to do.
And you're good with electronics, so it might be nice to have you on the setting up the lights team, because I'll tell you right now, I'm not good at it.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Chet isn't going to be in the field. That's a mistake we were not going to make again. But Riley, you seem to be a bit more capable. Yeah, maybe you should lead up that team.
Sure.
All right. So let's do this. Q and myself and and Riley. Let's wait, no. Yeah, no. Q and myself will run interference, and let's put Suki, Riley, and Sophia on recon team, and they'll set up the lights once they find the right space. And let's put Kyle and Katya together, and let's have you guys just kind of pivot. If they need help we need help with defense, come help us. If they need help with the lights, you guys go help them. I think you guys are the most versatile of what we got. Sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
All right,
Sounds good.
great.
That works.
All right, so we got the strike team and we have the setup team. With Suki, and this is Jason, the keeper, writing this stuff down.
Switching back to keeper voice.
Yeah, exactly. And we also said Sophia. Okay, and then we got Zach and Q, and then pitch hitting. We've got Katia and Kyle. All right, great. All right, so I think that's it for the plans. Nothing else we can do tonight. And he looks over at Chet. Chet, anything else on the on your radar that we need to deal with tonight? No, everything's been pretty quiet actually. I think those were the only kind of active ghouls tonight. So I think we can kind of call it a day, a night, hunt, whatever the nomenclature is. All right. Well, let's say this. Let's sundown at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Let's all meet back here, and we can ride in the mobile HQ to the site. It takes about 30 minutes, which gives us plenty of time before sunset to find this thing and shut it down.
Is there any particular way you want us to come here?
Well, I mean, just make sure you're not followed. That's about it.
Okay. I think we can manage that. Where do you want us to be when we arrive? As I kind of look around their headquarters or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Just meet us out front, right by the Humvee. We'll take that out there, unless you guys want to drive by yourselves. Either way is fine.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
Thanks.
We actually gave you guys the right here. Sophia, do you mind, or Chet, do you want to drive those guys back to their vehicles back over by the vape shop? Chet goes, I can drive them. Yeah, I can do that. I'm done here. I can take them.
Well, thank you, Chet.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Ken. Yeah, sure, of course. Anything for you. Yeah. So ready to go. We can take you guys back, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
All
Look
right.
forward to
All right.
working with you.
Yeah, same. Should be interesting. I'd like to see how you handle yourself in a fight.
Same.
There's a look between the two of you of like game recognizing game.
Yep. Hardcore.
Yeah, and Zach doesn't have sleeves, and so he kind of like scratches his head and like just muscles, not like this, like real muscles, and kind of like, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And you guys pile into the car with Chet, and he will drive you guys back over to kind of near the Lobo and the vape shop where you guys left the tow truck and the Mustang. Any conversations you want to do in the meantime?
Yes, I want to speak lowly so that only the ones around us and not Chet can hear.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, Riley, are you sitting up front with Chet again, or are you in the back while he kind of chauffeurs everybody?
I probably would have been in the front with.
Okay. Does that change your math at all, Q?
It does not, no.
Okay, go ahead.
Suki, what the hell was that back there? What happened?
What was? Oh, the party line snapped. It just like I tried to reach out to Katy and I overreached and it just kind of went like in my head and it's weird. It's weird when your brain snaps like a rubber band. I hate it, but I'm gonna ask you to be more careful with when we're around these new hunters. I don't know if they picked up on that, but we all did kind of flinch at the same time. So I just asked to be careful and keep that on the low. Sure. Yeah, I don't mind if them not knowing I read minds. It's probably safer that way.
Yes, and I like that they don't know that we can all stay linked like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep it up next time. I don't know what happened there. It's weird.
No problem. I'll turn to Kat. I kind of was hoping you were gonna stay with Suki and Riley. I think it's fine that you're with Kyle, but
Oh, for the mission.
yeah, because Suki and Riley have as you know, their own kind of strengths, but Sophia, you told me that she flew, right?
Don't believe I said anything.
Oh. Didn't say that then. I just want them to be careful, but I think it's fine that you're with Kyle.
I mean, we're pretty capable, I think. Riley's got all of his gadgets, and Suki can talk to all of us. So.
Yeah, and if anything goes south, which I hope it's not, but I can be there in a flash.
You guys are approaching where you guys park the cars, and in the back of this, and remember the Humvee looks like the interior of a private plane, and there's several like kind of like tables and like little seating areas and things in back there, because there's this like magical shimmer between the end of that fuselage and the front of the Humvee. And in the back of that fuselage, there are 3 doors. And what you guys had assumed up until this point were like laboratories or bathrooms. And then one of them opens and you see Sophia walk in, and behind her, you can see their HQ, and she closes the door and she says, "Hey, don't want you guys to get too far away. Zach said that for communication stuff that you guys are probably going to want these," and she hands out 4 radios and 4 headsets. They're all charged. Don't turn them on until the mission tomorrow. But if something happens between now and then, you can catch us on these, since we don't have another way to communicate. And if we're all going to be in different teams, we're going to want to be able to communicate with each other in case something goes down, especially you, Katia, and Kyle, since you guys are the pivots. Make sense? And she puts them down on the table. You guys have a great morning.
Thanks, Sophia. Nice meeting you.
Yeah. And she walks back, opens the door, and you see it's the rail yards again, and she closes behind her.
So many portals. This is definitely new. I guess I'm not the only one that can be anywhere I want now. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't, I do like your cautious nature, Q, But I don't know. I don't know if these guys are really they have it out for us really. I mean, we got our answer with the telepathy thing. Apparently they didn't hear me snap, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like they're, trying to kill us, which is nice and new, but are you picking up on something that I ain't, or are you just being cautious?
Just being cautious. I've, like I said, I've run through a couple of hunters in the past. Uh, doesn't always go well. Doesn't always go horribly. Better to be careful than not.
That's a very fair point. It's a very fair point.
Riley, Chet's just finished explaining to you why he thinks the moon landing was faked. Not that they didn't go, but the real reason was to stop interdimensional aliens that wanted to invade Earth. And
that.
it's more or less compelling. There's a few things you'd want to double check, but he just kind of had finished that conversation because there's no way he's not talking your ear off the entire drive. But you guys have arrived, and Chet hops out and he opens the side door to let you guys out, and it's like, all right, excited to work with you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night. All right.
All right.
Alrighty.
Great. Anything else you want to do tonight before I go to the next day?
Is there anything that I think that I'm gonna need special for this?
Well, you kind of know the plan. You have your new addition to your gun that you made last time that we talked about. And you guys have the radios now, which I'm going to assume you guys took with you since she did say to take those. And so I don't know. What
I
are you
have something.
thinking, Chris? Yeah, go ahead, Q.
No, go ahead, Chris.
I mean, I feel like I've fought ghouls before. Do they go invisible?
They don't go invisible, so ghouls hate the light. They would never come out in the light. It doesn't destroy them, but it weakens them severely, and they have a pathological fear of them. They also are incredibly strong, fairly tough. They're more offense than defense, and they usually can kind of overcome any significant threat with numbers, especially if there's a ghoul gate open, which kind of leads to whatever, like, as far as you know, wherever like they come from.
So my question is we're fighting these things at night, so it's gonna be dark,
right?
And we have these little flashlights running around, but you have to see them in order to do that. So my question is if I got some thermal goggles or a thermal scope or something,
that would certainly make it easier to see them. Like, I mean, and even though it'll be nighttime, like it's still like it's a waxing moon right now, so it's like not quite full, not quite half, so there's enough light to see around. But I mean, that would make it easier to see in the dark before you guys click on the big floodlights to help destroy the gate.
Now, would I be able to get multiple of those? Or
that depends on the armory roll, I think.
Okay. Because there's a couple different directions you go. Like they're actual like night vision, like goggles or glasses you can put on, or there's actually like an ACOG scope that I would put on, an attachment to my scope on my current weapons.
Yeah, so if you put that scope, I think that might be an easier roll because it would only work while you're looking through the scope. But if you did the goggles, you could wear those until you turned on the big floods, and that would give you kind of night vision all throughout the mission. So that's really up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want it. I want the scope attachment, which is easily swapped between sniper rifle and the other rifle.
Okay. Then you can roll your armory roll, and you can give yourself a +1 since you're going for the easier of the two options, and see if you have that, or you can rig that together.
Okay. Oh shit. You said armory, which is weird. +1. 7.
7. Yeah. Okay. And what does it say on a 7 for that armory roll?
On a 7 and 9, you have it, but only the minimum. Which is probably just a little attachment.
Right. So yeah, you basically have an attachment that's a passive attachment that can go onto the current scope. That's going to basically magnify any present light to help you see better in the dark. And you just have one for your scope.
Okay.
You got that new item. Congratulations. Thanks. All right. Quayvon, you said you had something.
Absolutely. I would be driving. I'll be riding with Riley back to his place.
Mm-hmm.
Before I like fast forward to me and Riley being in the car, did anyone else want to do anything? Okay, just making sure. As we're in the car, I take out those two radios or headsets or whatever that they gave us. Rye, they gave us these to stay in contact if they need us, and I'll like hand him one.
Riley's immediately going to take it apart.
Perfect. As he's taking it apart, I'm just like, I'm glad we're on the same page. I was gonna leave this in the car. I wasn't gonna take it home with me.
So I take it apart. I want to take the battery out, and I want to see if there's any little chips or anything in there for bugs, essentially.
All right, great. Roll plus sharp.
I love that we're on the same page. Ah!
I need to put this mic on the other side because I can't see my dice tray.
Oh, sadness.
That is.
And you're doing this at the workshop, right? You're back at the shop. Okay.
What did we say? This is sharp.
Mm-hmm.
10.
10. Okay, so you take it apart, and there's been some modifications for sure. The one that you first take apart, you see that there is a range booster inside. There's a couple of pieces of circuitry that you don't really recognize. Like this is like top grade level stuff. There's also something very concerning inside. There is a molded piece of C4 inside the radio.
Can I take it out?
You sure can.
Okay.
Riley, why am I not surprised?
Yeah, but that roll, you can take it out, no problem.
I'm gonna take it out. I can do it, or you can do it way faster. Could you let the ladies know to swing by here with their microphones?
Definitely. I disappear, and I'll.
That works too. I just meant like use your damn telephone, whatever.
Oh.
Too late.
I'm gonna appear in the back of the car.
Yeah, you in the back of the car, conservation of momentum. You're like, oh, and you guys you hear a flash, you hear Quavon yell out, and he's in the back of the car.
Oh my goodness! What in the?
Give me the radios.
Whispers, I am driving.
Give me the radios.
You gotta put your seatbelt on before
Yeah,
you can do
Suki,
anything.
he's not wearing seatbelt. Yeah.
Oh my god! Clink clink. Give me the radios. There's C4
All right.
in them.
They're C4. Give me
Yes.
the radios.
I give him the radios.
With Riley's back at the shop taking them apart, and we happen to find some really interesting C4 modes. So I'm gonna take this back, and we're going to handle it. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want me to drive you back? Or are you going to be okay to bamf back with two?
Disappear.
I mean, never mind. I mean, if the man explodes,
Yeah.
then the man explodes.
I just want to say, in a moment of silence for Q,
I roll a new character.
I need you to act under pressure.
Oh, no.
Because of the moving car.
Because of the moving car. Suki, how fast do you think you were driving?
oh god.
I mean, I'm in town, so I'm not like hauling.
Like 30, 35, something like that.
Yeah, like I'm driving responsible. There might be children around.
All right. Let's see.
At like 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah, those night children, those
8.
nocturnal kids.
8.
Okay. All right. You're teleporting back to the shop?
Yep. I'm going to the garage.
You appear in the shop going 30 miles an hour.
Oh no.
You can either take some harm or you can cause damage to something in the shop.
I swear.
Chris, what would Q think that it would be okay to damage in Riley's shop without him getting too crazy?
I mean,
Do you have
here's the question.
choice to
you're holding
damage
2
some
pieces of C4. If you hit something with the C4, you're gonna go kaboom.
I choose to take the damage onto
All right.
myself.
You appear kind of close to the workbench and the southern most wall, and you slam into it and you're able to put your hands up just in time. You take 2 harm as you go and then fall down on the ground holding the 2 radios like up like You're trying not to
there
get
you
your
are.
cell phone
And I'm
wet
gonna
in the
grab
pool.
radios.
As he like takes them out of my hands. And I'm just gonna lay there for a minute.
Yeah, like it knocked the wind out of you for sure.
Why did you do that?
That was not armor defeating.
I take it as such. Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you just hit the wall? Usually you just show up when you're just standing there.
I forgot about the whole moving car and the movement and
So
force.
that's a thing?
It's clearly a thing. We figured it out together, Ryan.
He pulls out a notebook. He starts writing out. Well, we can use that to our advantage. You understand? Like if we're trying to send you in a direction really quickly.
Don't write notes on me, Riley.
I'm telling you, this just like if you need to get somewhere quick and you need to be moving, we could catapult you like a cannonball.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're right.
All right.
Write that down. Write that down.
I already wrote it down. What the heck? I write faster than I type.
So about the C4.
Can anyone else read it?
Violet flicks it.
It's not a code. It's just bad handwriting.
It's just chicken scratch, yeah.
Right. So Chris, my understanding is you're trying to take the C4 out of all 4 radios.
Yes.
Right. Okay. About 20 minutes, you're able to take it all out, and you've got a good, let's say, half pound of C4. What do you want to do with it?
Riley, why are you laughing like
I
that?
immediately regret asking you this question now.
No reason.
You're lying.
Yeah, I'm gonna think on that one.
Okay. That's equally terrifying. All right. Unless anyone else has anything else, it's going to be morning. And Q, the last thing I heard you say is that you wanted to meet Suki or accidentally meet Suki at lunch while you have your grandmother out with you, just the 2 of you.
Yes, that's right. I am going to. So I'm gonna go downstairs because this is morning and everything, and I'm gonna. Who do I see downstairs in the kitchen and kind of living room and stuff?
So in the morning, your dad's at work on base, and your mom has left you a note that says that she had to run on errands and don't forget about church tomorrow. Since she guilted you into going to church. And then it's just your grandma, and she's watching Let's Make a Deal. She loves Wayne Brady.
She really, really does. Before I say anything, did I heal that 2 points of harm overnight?
Do you have armor? I can't remember.
I have spiritual armor.
And how much does it resist?
One harm.
So you have 1 harm right now. I don't think that was something that you would have healed overnight.
Oh, noted. Okay.
I'm just gonna make that call now.
All right, all good. I'm gonna walk up to my grandma. Morning, Grandma. Enjoying your show? Awesome. Keeper, did you tell me what the note said? I'm sorry, that my mom left?
That she had to go around and do some errands.
Gotcha,
and
okay.
don't forget that you said you go with church with them
Right.
tomorrow night.
That's right. Thank you. I'm gonna sit down on the couch beside Grandma, get all comfortable. So, Grandma, I was thinking, we could do lunch today. We could go out and do some lunch later on. I want to treat you. What do you think? Yeah.
She nods her head yes, and she kind of puts her hand in yours, and kind of smiles, and seems like she'd really enjoy that.
All right, cool. It'll be nice to get out of the house and kind of relax. It looks like it's gonna be a good day.
And she turns off the TV and she kind of shuffles off to her room, probably to get dressed for the lunch.
I'm gonna take out my phone, start texting Suki. Okay, Suki, I'm taking my mom to this cafe. I believe it's All Star Cafe.
Flying Star.
Flying Star Cafe. I'm gonna take her out there. We're gonna be like sitting on the patio. On the patio? I don't know. I'm just typing. And you can just kind of pop up and I'll be like, oh, you're my teacher, Cindy.
Suki's gonna be like, KK, and like
That's such
smiley
a
face emoji.
that's such a special dig.
But then she's gonna telepathy into his mind and be like, yeah, that sounds great. And he's
You didn't knock. You were supposed to knock.
Oh, ding dong. Did you have it? Did you tell me what time? Sorry, babe.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a like within 30 minutes time. Yeah.
Oh, you got it. All right. I'll see you then. I mean, I'm really excited to meet your grandma. She seems so sweet.
She is. I'm really excited for you to meet her too and to find out what she knows.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Click.
All right.
Click. there is like a slight pause when I hear that in my head, like.
Did you just
hang up on me?
think click? Wow.
No, she said it out loud.
Yeah.
Rosalita was like, what?
Well, it stuck the landing on that one. Nice. So we'll go to lunch now, and you're at the Flying Star Cafe on Manal, and you've taken your grandma there. She likes going there because there's a lot of different kinds of foods on the menu that you could eat. And you guys find a nice place to sit outside on the patio, and it's about 11:30 because like most old people, they like to eat lunch early. And so Suki can probably arrive here at any moment. Did you order anything in particular, Q? Anything special worth noting?
I ordered the number 3 and grandma got the number 7.
Not a trick question, son. So just for those watching, GW always surprises me with some vast knowledge of my hometown, considering he doesn't live here, and I just thought I'd give him a chance to shine or fail. So she is eating her food and kind of enjoying looking around, being there, and she'll give you like kind of like some really sweet smiles and occasionally reach over and just kind of like squeeze your hand, and she seems to be having a genuinely nice time ever since you started school and kind of gone into like, you know, early adulthood, that she's not getting to spend as much time with you. And when you were younger, I think you guys did spend a lot more time together, like doing puzzles together or watching TV together. And, you know, as you know, about 7-8 years ago is when you got your powers and started doing more and more monster hunting. And then as you got into school, your time got split even more. And so this has kind of been a nice, rare return to what used to be. And that's about the time that you see Suki kind of walk into the restaurant.
You really painted the picture of my emotions just now, Keeper. That was pretty. That was some deep stuff right there.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Good motivation.
So yeah, like so as I see Suki just like kind of walking down the way, like, oh hey, Grandma, that's one of my professors, Miss Suki.
Mr. Whispers. Well, fancy meeting you here. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you. This is such a surprise.
I know. I'm deeply surprised myself. And who's this now?
Oh, this is my grandma.
Oh, well, it is lovely to meet you, ma'am. It's so nice to meet you. Well, I'm just here all by my lonesome, and I hope it's not, you know, imposing, but do you mind if I join y'all?
Oh yeah, go. Yeah, please take a seat. Take a seat.
Oh, thank you so much.
Grandma, she's one of the really cool teachers that I have. She's really talented. She's really strict sometimes. When she you know, gives you a critique. It's like it's a critique, but she's like really good. She's like really nice.
Well, like I said, I mean, you know, sweeten the word, spoil the child. You know, you just gotta like. I don't know if that makes any sense. Sorry, Bridget was like, what?
We're gonna say it's an old school East Coast thing. Go for it.
I don't know. But you know, you gotta be, you know, tough on them. It makes the art better, you know, just a little touch of suffering. And I'm gonna get into Q's mind. Knock knock. when do you want me to do this? Do you want me to tell her? Like, how do you want me to do this?
Just can you just get in there like you're linked with me right now? Just like do that to her and like don't say anything about it, but I'll ask her some questions and we can listen in.
Oh, definitely, absolutely, 100%. All right. And so I'm gonna try to extend it out to Grandma.
Roll plus weird.
Oh God! Oh God!
Please! Oh no! Grandma's head explodes. No, I'm just
No, don't even say that.
Never. I wouldn't. All right, plus weird. That is an 8. Oh.
An 8, a mixed success.
Oh, I hate when you say that.
And okay, so you feel the connection, and you see her take a bite of food, and takes that, and you feel like you have a connection. You're all three are in here. You'll have to be careful what bleeds back and forth.
Perfect. So I'm gonna just be cool and regular or whatever. Grandma, I'll start by saying this. How they cook it, Grandma? Does it taste good or was it bland like one time?
She gives you a smile and a nod, and you hear the people know how to pepper and salt their food.
That is so my grandma. That's hardcore my grandma. Oh, okay. I just kind of nod back. Grandma, I was thinking the other day, you know, when you brought in a plate of food to my room, and I wasn't there, but I guess I kind of like walked in or whatever. Did you see anything weird or anything?
She gives you a kind of like a puzzled look, and she goes, "Oh, my sweet little baby angel child. What are you trying to play at?" And Suki, you realize you're kind of like staring too hard, and you kind of like look away, and you look back kind of into the restaurant, and a person locks eyes with you on their way out the door on the other side of the restaurant. And it's someone you've seen before, and it almost breaks your concentration. It's Wayne Eubank. And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
No.
What?
Thank you so much for joining us for the Duke City Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game set in my hometown of Albuquerque, which is really just a vehicle to freak everyone out. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Fable 42's YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, click that bell, tell some friends, tie them down, force them to watch. Diane, you guys just kind of like streamlined the URL. Can you give us what that URL is?
Yeah, our URL for YouTube is youtube.com/c/Fable42.
Very nice. Excellent. So until then, we'll see you guys next time. Albuquerque's a weird place. Let's keep it that way.
Hi, guys.